Hi, Katie here, local guide for Ann Arbor Fjallraven store, and it is middle of April, and I heard that one of the best places in Southeast Michigan to see some spring wildflowers is at LeFurge Preserve. So I'm here to check it out today and to bring you along. Enjoy! It is tick season, so I highly recommend bug spray around the ankles of the pants. Unfortunately, I forgot mine today, so I'll be sure to do a really thorough check and remove any ticks when I get home. We followed the path through the grasslands, and we have reached the far edge of the woods, which is where the wildflowers are. Let's go check it out. The first flower that I notice here is the trout lily. This has been one of my favorites this spring, just because I've learned a lot of fun facts about them. There are two different types of trout lilies. We have the yellow one here and the white one. The white one is a little bit less common than the yellow one, so it's always exciting to see a lot of those. The trout lily gets its name because of the spotted leaf has the same pattern as the fish, the trout. There are a lot of the leaves here, and I've also recently learned that they only flower once every 4 to 7 years, I believe. And when they do flower, they have a pair of leaves versus single leaves. These ones are still waiting a year, 2, 3, 4 before they will flower. This is the first flowering trillium I've seen this year, so this is really exciting. I've seen lots of them with the little leaves here. They have 3 petals, 3 leaves and 3 petals. And then they open up to this beautiful white flower. Sometimes they can be pink or even dark shades of red. Here are a couple trilliums that have a little bit more of the pale pink flower compared to the white counterpart. This one is blue cohosh. Even though its name is blue, most of the plants right now are green, but a couple weeks ago they would have resembled the small one a little bit better. So its leaves are more of a bluish to purple color. And then the flowers are also a little bit blue with a yellow center. This is the healthiest population of blue cohosh I have ever seen. It is everywhere throughout here. Everything out in the distance here, all blue cohosh. This one is wild ginger. The first thing I notice about this one is the spade-shaped leaf, and it has fuzzy stems, and then hiding underneath is a little red flower. I recently learned that wild ginger flowers normally have 3 petals, but this one here has 4. Here next to our trout lily is the spring beauty. These have very small, delicate flowers. Here's my hand for scale. Very, very small. They're usually some of the first ones to come up in the spring, and they usually have 1 or 2 petals. So these small, narrow petals, a cluster of flowers, and they can range from white to pink. To these ones are my favorite with the pink and purple stripes on them. I've noticed a lot of wild geranium leaves throughout the past couple weeks, but this is the first flower I've seen. I feel like I'm saying that about a lot of things today, which is always exciting. So here is the leaf shape, and then it has this beautiful purple flower with a white center and a little bit of yellow there in the middle. It seems like everything is a couple weeks early this year, earlier than what I'd expect. Virginia waterleaf flowers later into the spring, but it's very distinct in its leaf pattern. And you can imagine these whitish or lightish green spots on them as water stains for the name waterleaf. All All right, I had to use an app on my phone called Seek to remind myself what this flower was. This one is bellwort, or is bellwort. And I can't remember the last time I saw this one. Beautiful yellow flowers. The pollinators are buzzing everywhere. They're really enjoying it here today. Here we have phlox. It is a purplish, bluish flower. It has 5 petals, often grows in woodlands such as this. It has an invasive look-alike, an invasive plant that has similar looking flowers, and that one's called Dame's Rocket. But the way I tell them apart is petals of 4, pull some more. That's Dame's Rocket. Petal of 5, let them thrive. That one's phlox. Even the sedges are flowering. LeFurge Woods definitely did not disappoint. When I first entered here in the woods, I was excited to find a couple trout lilies. I'm like, hey, trout lilies, this is cool. And then it just kept getting better from there. So get yourself to LeFurge Woods or find some nearby nature near you soon.